Hi, fellow traders. I'm going to recap my trades from today. I traded two tickers, GPS and ANF. Both were on our watch list. Both had super opportunities. Um, I was in ANF, got stopped out at break even after I took profit, and did miss the re-entry because I was trading GPS too. So I was actually in both stocks at the same time, and this is what happens when you're trying to focus on two. Sometimes you may miss one, and in this case both of them really worked out great. But we'll take a look at both of them. But the first one I'm going to talk about is GPS. GPS, I started out making a mistake on this. um, I didn't mean to click this. You see I got in at 9:31. What happened was I was changing this to 300 shares, which is what I wanted to get in. And I wanted to put this on limit so that when I enter, I could get in at the price that I want to get in at, and accidentally click market. So when I realized that, I was coming back to click on this so I could change it. And what happened was the battery in this remote, my mouse remote's going bad, and it was kind of blinking around. So when I got it here, I went ahead and clicked it. But right before I clicked it, it jumped down to short. And I ended up shorting it right here at 9:31. And I didn't get out because immediately this thing was selling off. And it ran all the way down to 27.63, which is this level here. And this is the level from the 20 day on the daily. So I convinced myself not to take it off. I mean, I could have even taken half off here, but I didn't. And this thing came right back up, and I went ahead and closed it out, practically break even. 3 cents below where I entered, which probably just took up commission costs. But I don't normally trade these. I don't get in this early. This was just an accident. So then, I was a little bit antsy, and so I said, well, I'll get in again, if it sets up. And sure enough, it set up, and I was a little bit early. I got in um with like 15 seconds to go because my sentiment, I was looking at the 2 minute chart. Everything looked like it was weak, that it was getting ready to wash, and I didn't want to wait and then try to get in and this thing runs away from me 10 or 15 cents. And that's exactly what happened when I got in. When I entered at 27.99, all of a sudden it was like at 80. And I was pretty happy that I did that, and I verified this. I confirmed the move based on the 2 minute, which was this candle right here. We had two nice downtrend candles, and I got this one. And so I covered here at 63 again. Think I got it at, let's see, 27.60. Nailed it. Then got out at 27.17, which this level was 27.19. I know it's 27.20 here, but this was 27.19. So I took some off here. I'm sorry. And then we didn't lose this level. So I took the rest off back at, let's see, 27.26. So that was a solid trade, a solid bottom reversal where I covered, 3 times, gave it enough time to work. And, I was pretty pleased with that. So the next trade, I got in ANF, and we'll cover that in a minute. So the next trade, I got in at 27.51 at 9:54. So I got in here because I was looking at the rejection of the VWAP and the rejection of this 20 moving average from the daily, and I got in and quickly got stopped out. Right here on this candle. So on this candle, I tried it again at, let's see, I got stopped out at 27.75. I got in at 27.95, which was right here. I got in at 27.95 and I took some off down here at 27.15. That was a nice, a nice trade. I'm just trading the trend continuation based on a rejection of the 20 moving average. And we kind of consolidated here for a minute and added back in here at 27.83. At 27.83 and took some more off at 20, let's see, 27.18. Took some more off there at 27.18. Took some more off right here. Okay. So I ended up taking some off here and then jumping back in and resetting right here at 20, let's see, 27.15. And then covered some more down here at 26.74. Covered some at 26.65. Jumped all out at 27.25. And then got back in here at 27.27 and then covered some at 25.95, 25.49, and then a profit stop here got me at 25.78. So this was a nice trend reversal. Yeah, I went in and out a little bit more than you want to, but it was the way I made profit. I would, wait for the whole move. I was looking at complete move targets, and I would take off half and then scale out, reset under another solid technical level, and run the trade all over again. And you can see, $405.25 in realized gains. And let's see, the commissions are gonna be, well, this has this trade in it too, but the commissions are a little bit, let's say $120. The commissions are $120 on both my trades today. So I'm gonna take home a little over $300, and that's not bad. Sure, you rack up commission costs, but it's the cost of doing business. You're gonna have to trade this way. If you don't take profit and you just sit and wait for the big move, oftentimes that move won't come, or it'll come within 10, 15 cents. You never take it, and the trade goes back the other way, and you end up getting stopped out at break even or whatever. So it only makes sense for you to scale out. When you get in your position, to actually scale out as you go. I mean, it only makes sense that you do that. And I know a lot of people say, well, you can't make money on SureTrader because their fees are this and their fees are that. The thing is, you just have to make sure that when you take a trade, it's not a trade that's going to only give you 10 or 15 cents. Because when you do that, that's when you that's when things go out of whack, get out of whack for you. That's when you start racking up all these commission costs and you're not making money because the trade doesn't provide for you to make any money. All right, so that was GPS. Let's see. ANF, this was another beautiful one. What happened on ANF was I got short here, right under the VWAP. I'm looking for this trend continuation trade. I'm looking for it to trend down all day. Let me see if I can find the levels here. And then I can transfer them over. See, 1514 and 1422. So we've got 1514 was a level, and 1422 was my uh, and 1422 was my target. That was, my ultimate goal. I messed up. Let me move it. All right, yeah, close enough. 1421. So that was my ultimate goal right here. You can see I got short. This was beautiful entry. Couldn't time it any better. Took off half here. We got the pullback. Now I set my stop at break even. And unfortunately, this is one of the odd times that the stop hit, went up, took me out at break even, and then it pulled back and made the move I was looking for. I couldn't get in here because I needed my entry to be closer to this 20, and I couldn't get it. And we never really got a pull back to the 20 except for right here. And by then, I wasn't really interested in it. But you can see it made the exact move that I was looking for. Just trying to trade two stocks at one time, is what really got me a little bit out of whack on this. So, just one of these things where, you're trying to work on two different trades at one time. And if you take your focus off of one, you may lose the other. And you can see this was a good open range breakdown as well. Pretty much that's what it was. This was the first candle that printed. We had this candle pull up, but then this candle came back. This candle broke the 5-minute open range low. This candle was confirming. Even though I wasn't trading that strategy, I was trading the rejection of this 15, 14 level and these other technical levels up here. All of this came into play, which made this a strong, strong trade. Just unfortunate, and it happens sometimes. So, like I said, I'm not mad about it. It's just one of those things where, it happens, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And you just take the winners and the losers. Let me see. FSLR popped up on my scan. Let me look at this. It was trying to reverse. Would have been a nice scalp off of 29, but it's too late to get it now if you were going to get it. But all of this, everything that I did today, I was trading for skill. I wasn't looking at money. I didn't care about money. All I cared about was nailing my entries and hitting my profit target. And once I finished the trade, I had like 50 shares on, left. When I finally looked at my P&L, I was like, well, this is it for me today. I'm not trading anymore. I'm done. And, I looked at it, and at that time it was 3 something that I was making on this. And I was like, man, that's it. Who said you can't make money with SureTrader and scaling out? You can. You just have to make sure you have a solid strategy. And make sure you can execute that strategy. You do those two things and you trade for the skill of trading, you're going to hit it out of the park whenever it comes your way. So that's it for me today for this weekend. I will do a small account trade recap over the weekend. It's probably not going to be very pretty because I started this week out horribly and the week never really got better. I was trading with smaller size, didn't really make much money. The market just wasn't there for me. But this is a prime example of not chasing the market, just sitting back and letting the market come back to you. That's what I did in this case, and it worked out beautifully. So everybody have a great weekend, and we will see you back bright and early Monday morning in chat.